Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is July 17th, and that means day 198 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we printed out this very cool Game of Thrones inspired Stark Dice Cup, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 198 of the 3DP 365 project. As always, down in the description there's a fact section. There's also the MatterHackers affiliate link. If you're in the market for some new filament, just use that MatterHackers affiliate link and you really help out the channel. On today's episode, we printed out this very cool Game of Thrones inspired Stark Dice Cup, and our two prints turned out awesome. I am so happy with the results. I really love the way this looks. This is a very, very cool design. It's definitely inspired by the House of Stark logo, which is the dire wolf. And the wolf on the side turned out perfect. And there's a couple of them there's three of them, I guess, on every side. And they all turned out perfect. The little bit of design elements that on the top and the bottom, those are nice and clean. The lid itself, it's a little bit of a steep incline, so the top part's a little bit rough. But most of this was built on support, so because the cap itself, you can see in the underside, it's got support scarring on it, but it's not visible. There was some support I used around the rim to hold up the edge here because that would have printed in the air had I not done that. And that's a little bit rough. I just cleaned off the support. It just needs a little bit more cleanup. But the print itself, the lid fits perfectly by the way too. But the print itself, it turned out awesome. I am super happy with the results. We downloaded this from My Mini Factory from their little Game of Thrones collection that they've set up, and I'll put the link for that down in the description. And once we had it downloaded, we sent it over to Simplify 3D for slicing. In Simplify 3D, we actually printed these two parts out separately because I wanted to make sure this is a very, very tiny footprint for which this lid was going to be printed. So I used a 12 outline brim on this. And for this one, I only used a 6 outline brim. For this, I generated support. Obviously, I didn't generate support material, so these were printed separately. But they were both printed at the same resolution at 0.16 millimeter layer height, with 4 top layers, 3 bottom layers, and 3 perimeters, and 10% infill. We also ran both parts out separately, but at the same speed of 40 millimeters per second. And it was about 2 hours for the lid and about 6 hours for the cup at that speed and that layer height. And after all those settings, our prints turned out awesome. I am super happy with the results. This is a very cool Game of Thrones inspired Stark Dice Cup. We used some of that MatterHackers PRO PLA in their standard green color, and it really looks cool. I really love the way this looks. This is a very, very cool look. I love the design of this. This is very much Game of Thrones inspired. They definitely captured the House of Stark dire wolf on the side here. It looks very, very cool. And I think this would be perfect if you're into tabletop gaming, or even for a couple marathon sessions of Monopoly. Well, that about wraps it up for day 198 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you guys found this episode interesting and informative. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.